time to light the big golden menorah. But the priest could find only a little bit of oil, enough to last for only one day. Hanukkah Cat settled down and started licking Lenny's fingers with her pink, rough tongue. Cat, listen. This part is important. Lenny tapped Hanukkah Cat's nose. The priest poured the little bit of oil into the menorah and lit it. Instead of burning for one day, it burned and burned for 8 whole days. And that's why we have Hanukkah for 8 days. He scratched her neck. I wish the menorah had burned for 100 days, he said. Then you could stay and stay and stay. That night they lit 3 Hanukkah candles. Judah the snowman was melting. His sword lay on the ground, and a fat bluebird sat on his flower pot hat. Hanukkah Cat poked and sniffed at the snow at his feet. Screeched the bluebird. Hanukkah Cat looked up and licked her lips. Birds made her hungry. The bluebird zoomed right past her ear and up to a tree branch. Hanukkah Cat flattened her belly against the snow and watched. Then she jumped and scrambled up the trunk of the tree. Where was the bird? Hanukkah Cat climbed higher. No bird. And higher. The bird was gone. She started down, but down was far, far away. She slipped and slid and grabbed. Called Hanukkah Cat.
What the heck was that?
That's Carl's imitation of Hanukkah Cat, I think.
Lenny climbed the tree, but he couldn't reach her. His mother got the ladder and climbed high, but Hanukkah Cat was even higher. She cried. His father
I hope you're recording this.
His father climbed higher and nearly got her. But Hanukkah Cat slid to the very end of the branch. He reached over to catch her, and a ladder rung broke. The ladder fell down. Lenny's father and Hanukkah Cat were hanging side by side. Help! Call the fire department! Yelled Lenny's father. The ladder truck came clanging. The firemen jumped down, raised their ladder, and rushed up just as Hanukkah Cat fell down right into their arms. Lenny's father climbed down the ladder. Lenny hugged Hanukkah Cat and his father and the firemen. He watched as the firemen took down their ladder, jumped on the truck, and climbed away. Then it was time to light 4 Hanukkah candles. Lenny put on his new jeans and his spaceman boots. He tied a ribbon around Hanukkah Cat's neck. Lenny's cousins and their dog Ricky were coming to celebrate the 5th night of Hanukkah. They ate latkes and applesauce and jelly donuts. Then Lenny played dreidel with his cousins. Ricky napped under the couch with one eye on Hanukkah Cat. Everybody got a handful of pennies. Lenny spun the dreidel. Hanukkah Cat watched with sparkling eyes.
Shin, put in a penny!
Yelled noisy Cousin Harry. Cousin Bethy spun next.
None!
Laughed Harry.
You don't get anything.
Hanukkah Cat's stubby tail wiggled with excitement. Lenny spun next.
Hey!
Yelled Harry.
You take half the pennies.
Hanukkah Cat crouched down.
Now watch me. I'm going to get a gimble and take all the pennies,
crowed Harry.
Actually, it's only half because Lenny just took half, so...
Well, that's all of what's left. He spun the dreidel. Hanukkah Cat sprang out and grabbed it just as Harry yelled,
Gimble!
It was
Not!
shouted Lenny.
It was too!
Harry shouted.
Drop that dreidel! Bad cat!
Ricky's ears perked up. Grrr, he growled. Hanukkah Cat dropped the dreidel and spun around. Her tail stood straight up, her back arched, and she hissed. Yet he licked. He scrambled out from under the couch